The Mustang is more than just a car. It's a living legend. It has come to represent the American ideals of personal freedom, integrity, and strength.
It's just an American icon.
It's kind of like baseball. It's kind of like apple pie.
Fasten your seatbelts for the ride of a lifetime with 300 Mustang fanatics as they race across America to Nashville. And watch some of the world's fastest Mustangs as they hurtle around the famous superspeedway track. The Mustang has ruled the highways for 40 years. The unbridled energy and power of this all-American muscle machine has captured the hearts of millions of people.
Being a patriotic American, this is my car. It symbolizes for me what I love about my country.
To celebrate the Mustang's 40th anniversary, a group of 300 cars of all ages are going to attempt a staggering drive of nearly 2,000 miles across 7 states in just 5 days. Their destination, Nashville, Tennessee, and the biggest Mustang party on the planet. It will be a real challenge for man and machine. The rally has attracted people from as far away as New Zealand, all keen to be a part of this extraordinary piece of Mustang history. Some have come for the love of the car, some for the camaraderie, and some to revel in the wonders of the American countryside. But for all, the highlight of the whole experience will be the exhilarating race at Nashville's famous speedway. The race will bring together some of the world's greatest Mustangs and drivers as they push their machines and themselves to the limit.
The way it feels when I'm on the track behind the wheel of the Mustang is absolutely awesome.
But before anyone gets a chance to race on the track, there's a race against time, as the Mustangs have only 5 days to drive 2/3 of the way across America. It's going to be a close-run thing. The man responsible for getting everyone to Nashville on time is Sam Haymart, the president of Mustangs Across America.
Mustangs Across America started back in 1993, actually. We were preparing for the 30th anniversary of the Mustang. I started thinking about it and realizing, I really love road trips. I love Mustangs. I'd like to drive my own Mustang across the United States. It really blossomed into something that was well beyond what we had expected.
Over 100 people joined Sam on that first drive. Now, 10 years later, twice as many are coming along for the ride.
Hey, all right, here we are. This is it, man. This is it. 10 years later, look at this.
LA District Attorney Tony Souza is one of the original members of Mustangs Across America. A lifelong Mustang fanatic, it was love at first sight when he saw a Shelby GT350, the thoroughbred of Mustangs.
The car that made me fall in love with the Mustang was the GT350. There was something really visceral and exciting about hearing the sound of that side exhaust coming out from underneath the car, seeing the fastback with the white paint job and the big 2 blue stripes. When you saw that car, it just got your blood stirring.
The Shelby GT350 was a more powerful version of the original factory Mustang, and it epitomized the unbridled energy and raw power reflected in the famous logo of the galloping horse.
When the Mustang was first designed by the Mustang design team, some of the people that had come up with the name Mustang really intended to pay tribute to the P-51 Mustang fighter plane that was used in World War II. But Lee Iacocca, who's acknowledged as the father of the Mustang, felt that this car and the spirit behind the car was really symbolic of the wild and free galloping nature of the Mustang horse of the American West.
It is this free spirit and beauty of the car that has united this group of Mustang lovers and inspired them to take this momentous journey. For Sam, it's also carrying on a family tradition of passing on his passion for road trips and the Mustang to his 9-year-old son, Sidney.
Okay.
My father was a truck driver. I spent many summers out on the road crossing America with him, and at the time I don't know that I was that excited, but I look back on it now and it's something that it's that fuel that makes me want to go do it again. And so I'm hoping that even though he may sit in this car for 8 hours a day and wonder where his Game Boy is, that when he grows up he'll look back on the time and remember it as a positive growing up point in his life.
It's the night before the big drive, and the excitement is beginning to mount.
I think what symbolizes Mustangs Across America and why people are joining in this rally is because it's a chance to drive your Mustang in a great adventure that you're sharing with a group of fellow Mustang owners. There's a sense of freedom, sense of camaraderie, and shared enthusiasm is just a wonderful spirit.
The magic of the Mustang attracts a huge variety of people, but they all have one thing in common: their obsession for the pony car.
It's so much fun being here with all these people who love Mustangs too.
The hoofbeat beats out the heartbeat.
The adrenaline I get from driving it, it's a rush. It's like, it's what I need. It's heaven. I love it.
I just can't stop thinking about it. I just can't get it out of my mind. I'm just itching to go.
It's 7 a.m. on the first day of the rally, and everyone is eager to hit the highway. But before they can take off, Sam has a few words of advice for our warriors of the road.
Our schedule today, basically at 8 o'clock, I'm going to roll out of here. CB Channel 3. We want to turn our headlights on when we're driving. It lets everybody know we're a convoy, and it's all about having a good time. And you know, there's a lot of scenery out there, a lot of good things. It's mountains from pretty much here till we get to Flagstaff.
Another 4 or 5 cups of coffee, we'll be good to go.
The waiting over, the pack of Mustangs finally hit the road. Los Angeles is soon a distant memory as the drivers put pedal to the metal and head out on the open road.
It feels pretty good out here, especially when you can put your foot in it and go. Open it up a little bit. Feel the wind in your hair. Just something about it gets your nerves firing. You know, this car has got a supercharger on it, and so one of the things that really does for the sound, it gives the engine a very highly machined, high-pitched whine to it. Sound of the air rushing through the engine, it's something you don't hear very often, and that whine that you get out of the engine when you're flooring it. You know, out here on the open road, this is scenery that I don't see very often. It's not the same old thing. A lot of these scenes we're driving through are right out of a postcard, and it's just like getting to read a, you know, sort of a travel book, only you're driving through it. You know, there's just not much to think about other than taking a look out there at this grandeur and taking it all in. And enjoying the Mustang while I'm at it.
The rally has united Mustangs of all ages. But each driver has their own favorite decade. Although Tony had to leave his beloved 1960s Mustang at home and drive a modern car, his heart belongs to the 60s models. They were the first off the production line, and for Tony, still the best.
I came of age in the 60s. I'm a child of the 60s. I think the 60s for me was really what America was all about. It was the age when America truly became, I think, aware of its status as a world power and a sense that nothing could go wrong until Vietnam came along. But I think when President Kennedy became president and the challenges were about being the first to go to the moon, the whole country, I think, was optimistic.